Chapter 10, Kidnapping. After a few hours, Mayor Humdinger, his kiddies, and Butch and Reuben have arrived in their limousine at Adventure Bay, and of course, it was pretty late outside, and most of the people in the town were sleeping, so they couldn't really hear any noise. Butch, so, boss, where is the lookout tower? Mayor Humdinger, are you dumb? It's a giant tower with a PAW badge. Devious laughter. Oh, PAW patrol, you have no idea what's coming to you. After a few minutes, they arrived just outside the lookout, and made sure they stopped quietly, just so Ryder and the other pups wouldn't be able to hear any noises. Mayor Humdinger, all right, so here's the plan, Butch, you're going to hit something in the lookout, make sure you make enough noise that will wake up Ryder and the pups, and immediately get back here and make sure they don't see you. Butch, okay, I think I can do it. Mayor Humdinger, Reuben, after Butch does that, we're gonna wait outside for all of the PAW patrol to come to that area where Butch made noise, and once they are all together, on my count, you and me are going to throw these gas grenades at them, and just watch them fall asleep, and then, we'll take them to the place. Reuben, got it, boss. Then, Butch quietly got out of the limousine, and he went inside the lookout. Butch, sighs, it's nothing personal, dogs, but I have to do this for boss. Butch then punched the pup treat dispenser hard, which made the pup treats burst out, and Butch immediately ran back inside to the invisible limousine, and sure enough, the noise was enough to wake up Ryder and all the other PAW patrol pups from their sleep. Ryder, huh? All the other pups opened their pup house doors. Marshall, what was that? Sky, Chase, is that you? All the pups got inside the lookout and saw Ryder next to the broken pup treat dispenser. Zuma, what happened here, Ryder? Ryder, I don't know, but I heard a loud noise, and here is a broken pup treat dispenser. Rubble, oh no, not the snacks. Ryder and the other pups giggled a bit. Ryder, someone's here, but I thought it was Chase. Rocky, who did that then? Meanwhile, Mayor Humdinger and Reuben saw from outside that most of the PAW patrol were in position. Reuben, wait, we're missing one. Mayor Humdinger looked by his binoculars and noticed that Chase wasn't with the group. Mayor Humdinger, drats, I really wanted that police pup who arrested me with them. Sighs, oh well, we'll still be able to get most of them. Okay, Reuben, so on my count, we'll throw the gas grenades. Reuben, okay, boss. Mayor Humdinger, 1, 2, 3. Good night, PAW patrol. Mayor Humdinger and Reuben then threw as many gas grenades as they could inside the lookout, and Ryder and the other pups were startled and confused about it, except for Rocky, he immediately knew what it was. Rocky, guys. But before he could warn the others, most of them were already out cold and knocked out almost instantly by the knockout gas as they slumped unconsciously to the floor, and he immediately covered the nose of the one pup who didn't get knocked out yet, Sky. Rocky, holding his breath, and covers Sky's nose. Sky, hold your breath. Sky, holds her breath. Why, Rocky? Rocky, I believe it's knockout gas, hold your breath and run as fast as you can to your gear and vehicles. Rocky and Sky ran as fast as they could to their pup packs, but they were already struggling to hold their breath. Rocky, struggling. Marshall's oxygen mask really would have come in handy at a time like now. Rocky and Sky then somehow managed to get outside of the lookout and got into their vehicles, and Mayor Humdinger realized they were about to escape. Mayor Humdinger, gasps, two of them are trying to escape. Kitties, get them. Butch and Reuben, let's pick up Ryder and all of the other pups here, and get them inside this limousine. Butch and Reuben, roger that, boss. Mayor Humdinger, Butch and Reuben, and the kitties got out of the limousine, as all cats except Cat Sky chased after Rocky as he got into his forklift vehicle, and tried to drive away as fast as he could, while Cat Sky went after Sky, who started her helicopter and also tried to get away as fast as she could, and Mayor Humdinger, Butch and Reuben picked up an out-cold Ryder, Marshall, Rubble and Zuma, and carried them and put them inside their limousine. Meanwhile, Cat Rocky from a distance threw a gas grenade at Rocky, and he managed to get a perfect shot. It landed inside of Rocky's truck, and Rocky tried to hold his breath for a while when he realized what happened. Rocky, it was Mayor Humdinger. Struggling. But eventually, Rocky ran out of oxygen, and he had to breathe again, and he started to become all drowsy and sleepy, and Rocky tried his hardest to stay awake, but it was no use. He stopped his truck just before he collapsed, and fell on his truck out cold and unconscious. The 5 cats then all carried Rocky, and brought him back to Mayor Humdinger's limousine. Mayor Humdinger, haha. Perfect job, kitties. Let's see if my flying kitty can get the job done too. Meanwhile, Cat Sky was chasing after Sky with a gas grenade in the air, and Cat Sky threw the gas grenade on Sky's helicopter, and it landed, and Sky realized what happened. Sky, gasps, Mayor Humdinger is behind this attack. I've got to get out of here. Barks, autopilot. The helicopter then went into autopilot mode as it froze and just flew in the middle of the sky without moving, as the cockapoo pup tried her best to hold her breath. Sky, struggling, barks wings. Sky's wings then came out as she flew away from her copter, and away from sight of the kitty, who was disappointed that Sky got away from her range, as she flew back inside Mayor Humdinger's limousine, with Mayor Humdinger, his henchman, and all of his other kitties inside with an unconscious rider and all of the other 3 pups, and Mayor Humdinger looked pissed that his kitty couldn't get Sky. Mayor Humdinger, you failed to get her. Angry, fine. They're never going to know where we're taking them anyway. Butch, Reuben, let's go to the place. I'll give you Google coordinates right now. 3. Mayor Humdinger then sent the coordinate location to Reuben on his phone, and Reuben received and knew where to go. Reuben, well, let's go, boys. Mayor Humdinger, oh, hang on a second. Mayor Humdinger took a mysterious can of spray, and got out of the limousine, and sprayed it all over the lookout, then got back inside the car. Butch, what did you do? Mayor Humdinger, I sprayed a special substance that removes any traces of scents and finger and PAW prints, that way, we can't be found out about or tracked. 1. Reuben, oh, smart thinking, boss. Mayor Humdinger, yeah, I know, now, let's go. We've got a boy and some pups that we need to teach some lessons to. They then drove away from the now empty lookout, and started heading towards their special place. Meanwhile, back in the air, Sky realized she had shaken off the flying kitty. Sky, phew. That was a close chase. Realizes, wait. Chase, I've got to tell him about T-. What Sky didn't realize was that the gas grenade that Cat Sky threw also landed on Sky's pup pack, and she was currently breathing it in, and Sky couldn't even finish her sentence. She started to get tired, her eyes started to get weary, and before she could even do a last gasp try to do something, her magenta eyes closed, and she was flying uncontrollably in the air, helpless and knocked out cold. Chapter 11, Taking Care of a Friend. Meanwhile, Chase was still at the pier of Adventure Bay, thinking and looking at the still waters, but he decided to consider what Sky said, and try to work things out with Jason. Chase, Sky's right, I may have gotten hurt by him before, but the past is the past, and I'm not really a pup that holds grudges. Realizes it's getting really late, I better head back to the lookout, I really need to get some sleep. Yawning. But just then, Chase heard something loud, it sounded like jet thrusters. Chase, that's weird, the only time I hear that sound is if. Chase then noticed from the distance, Sky flying around in circles, and was starting to head towards him. Chase, Sky? What are you doing? But Chase then looked closer and realized that his friend was unconscious, and before he could move out of the way, Sky crashed into Chase, knocking both of them out of the pier, and into the bay waters. Chase then swam and caught Sky in his paws, and tried to reach the surface as quickly as possible to make sure she doesn't take in a lot of water. Chase then got out to the beach and carefully placed his friend down. Chase knew he had to do something, 'cause his pup tag was destroyed by the water, and calling Ryder and the other pups to come to him would be too late anyway. Chase, okay, what should I do now? Chase then remembered what his best friend Marshall used to tell him to do if there was a situation like this with a drowning citizen or animal. Marshall, flashbacks first, you've got to check their heartbeat. Chase then leaned in on Sky's chest and tried to see if he can hear a heartbeat, but he heard nothing, and then he started to panic. He didn't want to lose one of his closest friends. 8. Chase, oh, come on, remember Chase, what to do next? Panicking. Chase then remembered another part of what Marshall said. Marshall, flashbacks if a drowned citizen or animal doesn't have a heartbeat, it usually means that they inhaled too much water for their heart to function properly. So, in that case you have to apply CPR compression by pushing on their chest. Chase then pushed on Sky's chest repeatedly over and over again, and sure enough, Sky started to cough out some water, and Chase was relieved, but then he panicked when he realized she was still unconscious, and he listened on her heartbeat and it was there, but it was beating very slowly, and Sky was starting to become pale. Chase, no. Come on Chase, what else can you do? Then Chase remembered the last few words Marshall said. Marshall, flashbacks, and if all what I told you still doesn't work, then that means that either they're gulp, dead, or, even if it is gross, the only way to save them is by breathing mouth to mouth into them, that will force the water out of their heart and lungs. 2. Chase, sighs, this is gonna be gross, but anything to save a friend. Chase then took a deep breath, opened Sky's mouth, and breathed heavily into it, over and over again, until finally, Sky coughed out all of the water, and she was no longer pale, and was getting her color back. Chase then also leaned on her chest, and now her heart was beating at a normal rate. 8. Chase, phew, that was way too close. Chase breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that he saved his friend's life, but was confused, because for some reason, Sky was still not conscious, and not moving. Chase tried to shake her, or move her head multiple times, and even tried licking her face, but nothing seemed to work to wake her up. Chase, strange, I've got to get her back to the lookout. Chase then carefully lifted Sky onto his back, as he carried her and walked all the way to the lookout, and after 15 minutes, Chase arrived at the lookout, but noticed a strange scene. He saw Rocky's recycling truck driven away from it from a little distance. Chase, odd, let me check inside. Chase then got inside the lookout, and started calling for his team's names. Chase, Ryder, Rocky? Are you there? But Chase got no response. Chase then carefully placed Sky on a sofa in the lookout, and then went outside, and searched the other pups' pup houses, but he didn't find them inside. Chase couldn't understand where they could have gone. Chase then finally got a new pup tag, 'cause his got destroyed by tried calling his team for help. Chase, Ryder, pups, anyone there? But Chase got no reply, and of course, it didn't take a detective to realize what happened to them at this point. Chase gasps, they got taken. But who would do such a thing? Chase then went back inside the lookout, and saw Sky shivering a bit, and he got a blanket and put it around Sky, and she started to feel better and stopped shivering. Then Chase got his spy gear, to see if he could find any clues or tracks about who did this, and he searched around the lookout, but surprisingly to him, and unfortunately, he didn't manage to find anything. Chase, what? No tracks or scents. Trying to sniff and smell, that's impossible. Where could they have taken my friends? What do they want from them? Chase then started crying for losing his team, but then, Chase said to himself, Chase, I must not give up, I can find them, but I need to make sure Sky is okay. Wait, I know. I'll call Liberty. Chase knew that Everest was closer to where he lives and could have called her instead, but he grew very close with Liberty ever since she freed him out of the dog jail that Humdinger's henchmen put him in. And even though he and Liberty lately have only been able to see each other virtually, he knew that if he needed anything, he could always count on her to helping him and the other pups out, so then, he used his pup tag to call Liberty. 3. Meanwhile, Liberty was starting to move and wake up, since the effects of the anesthesia started to wear off, and as she was regaining her consciousness, she immediately felt pain on her head. Liberty, ouch. My head. Groaning, what happened? Just then, Liberty received a call on her pup tag, and she was very excited to see who was calling her. Liberty, oh my goodness. It's Chase. He's calling me. Maybe he and I can visit the other pups. Liberty then realized that it was pretty late outside, and she chuckled at herself. Liberty chuckles, maybe it's a little too late for that, hey, maybe he needs my help with something. Liberty then picked up the call. Liberty, hi Chase. How's it going, my favorite German Shepherd? Chase rolls his eyes, I'm the only German Shepherd you know. 2. Liberty, it doesn't matter, I really like you, anyways, is there anything you need help with? Chase, yes, I really need your help. My team has been taken. Liberty gasped and was shocked about what Chase said. Liberty, but who, where and why? Chase, I don't know Liberty. The only team member I've got here remaining who somehow managed to escape is Sky, but she's not responding. I've tried waking her up multiple ways, but she is out cold, and I need a really good friend by my corner to take care of Sky. And also perhaps help me find and search for clues about Ryder and the other pups. I'll send you coordinates of where our original lookout tower is. Liberty, you don't have to say any more Chase, I'm on my way. Liberty then got up, and got on top of her motorcycle, started it up, and she received the coordinates Chase gave her, and then headed towards the Adventure Bay lookout to help out one of her closest friends of the PAW patrol. Chapter 12, Trying to Solve a Mystery. After about an hour, Liberty arrived at the Adventure Bay lookout, and sure enough, she saw Chase waiting for her outside the lookout, and she got off of her motorcycle as she parked it, and Chase noticed the big bruise on Liberty's head. Chase, Liberty, are you okay? What happened to you? Liberty, I'm fine, just had a small accident, how is Sky doing? Chase, she seems okay, although she's still not responding. Liberty, let me see what's wrong. Liberty then went inside the lookout with Chase, and saw Sky on the sofa. Liberty, so, did she eat or was feeling anything strange lately? Chase, no, not really, to be honest with you, I think someone tried to knock her out. Liberty, really? Liberty then opened Sky's mouth and smelled her breath, and then, she recognized what was the issue, and immediately knew what happened. Liberty, Chase, someone knocked Sky out with anesthesia. Chase, how do you know? Liberty, because I recognize that scent, also because, I think someone also knocked me out with that earlier tonight, but for some reason, didn't take me. Chase, really? When did this happen, Liberty? Liberty, I don't know, maybe a few hours ago. Chase, this can't be a coincidence, I'm pretty sure the person who knocked you out is the same person who knocked Sky out and taken all my other friends. Liberty, that could very well be a possibility, but the bigger question is, who would do such a thing to us? Chase, well, I tried searching for tracks or prints, but surprisingly, I couldn't find anything. It's almost as if that person didn't want his identity to be revealed. Chase and Liberty then both took a look at Sky. Chase sighs, I wish she would wake up so she might tell us what she's seen. Liberty, you've got to admit though, she does look pretty cute when she sleeps. Chase, yeah, I guess so. Lets out a small smile. 1. Then, Chase and Liberty noticed Sky was starting to move, and starting to wake up, and they started to get excited. Chase, Sky. Are you okay? Liberty, talk to us. Sky opened her eyes. Sky, groaning, what happened to me? Chase didn't want to scare his friend about what happened earlier, plus, he didn't quite want to say it in front of Liberty. Chase, we believe you got knocked out. Sky then burst out everything she saw and remembered. Sky, Chase, Liberty. Mayor Humdinger, his henchmen and his kiddies came to the lookout, and it seems like they got everyone, except for me. Chase and Liberty, what? Chase, Humdinger escaped from jail. Liberty, I was supposed to tell you earlier. Sky, it seems like it. Sky then started crying a little bit herself, and Liberty comforted her. Liberty, it's okay Sky, we're going to find them, right Chase? Chase, yeah, don't worry. Liberty, first off, we've got to start searching somewhere. Where do we start searching? Where would Mayor Humdinger go? Chase, first guess would be at the old cave in Foggy Bottom, when Mayor Humdinger was the mayor of Foggy Bottom, and had his own secret lair with the kiddies there too. Spy on us. Liberty, Foggy Bottom? Yesh, that sounds like a very lame name to a town, no offense. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head for Foggy Bottom. Realizes, wait, where's Foggy Bottom? Sky, it's the town that's right next to our town, Adventure Bay, let's go. Oh wait, I forgot, my helicopter was in autopilot mode, let me call it back. Sky then went to the top of the lookout, and called her helicopter back by pressing a button. The helicopter returned back into her spot, she refueled it. Chase then put on his gear, got inside his police truck, Liberty put on her gear, got on her motorcycle, and Sky put on her gear, and got inside her helicopter. They started their vehicles up, and headed towards their rivaling town, Foggy Bottom. Continue to next part.